Hello. Today we are going over OSHA Standard 1926 Subpart P, Excavations and Trenching for ETM 422 Spring 21, Morehead State University with Cameron Corbin, Bryce Johnson, and Charles Hart. Okay. Our objectives for this lesson is to define the uses of excavation and trenching, identify the hazards involved, and go over OSHA's regulations regarding soil classification, sloping and benching, timber shoring for trenches, and selection of protective systems. What is excavation and what is trenching? Excavation involves moving earth, rock, or other materials. It is done with the use of tools, equipment, or explosives. Excavation is most used in the construction industry, being used for the building of roadways, foundations, and reservoirs. Trenching is a form of excavation that is used to bury several different types of lines underground to protect them, as well as people and the equipment near the line. Trenches tend to be narrow and deep. These can vary from power lines, water lines, and gas lines. Hazards involved with excavations include cave-ins and falls. Cave-ins occur with the soil at the bottom of the trench walls give out. The result of this could cause the trench to collapse and close. A worker can face serious injury if he or she is inside of the trench when it collapses. Falls. If not careful of one's surroundings or negligence of warning markers around a trench, an employee could fall into a trench. Equipment operators may also fall into a trench if not careful. Now we go into 1926 Subpart P, App A, Soil Classifications. Soil classification is a standard set by OSHA that involves testing of the soil of a given area that one plans to excavate. This is used to classify the structure and the composition of the soil and rock around the area. Based on the classification of the soil, will determine how to slope trenches and what protective systems to use. They are classified into three categories: Type A, Type B, and Type C. Type A soil is the most stable soil type out of the three. It has a compressive strength of at least 1.5 tons per square foot. These soils are more cohesive and cemented. Type B, cohesive soil with a compressive strength less than 1.5 tons per square foot, but greater than half a ton per square foot. Type C is cohesive soil that's compressive strength is less than or equal to 1/2 tons per square foot. And now we go into 1926 Subpart P, Application B, Sloping and Benching. This process refers to the angle of the excavated wall in relation to the horizontal. Sloping is a protective system to prevent cave-ins caused by distress. From the previous slide, soil classification plays a role in sloping and benching. As the compressive strength of the soil decreases, the slope angle decreases as well. These figures shown are for soil type A down to type C. 1926 Subpart P, App C, Timber shoring for trenches. Timber shoring is a process in which a trench is braced with timber-based structures that help keep any open trench over 60 inches from collapsing in on any workers who may be in the trench. 1926 Subpart B, App D, Aluminum hydraulic shoring for trenches. Hydraulic shoring systems are systems that use hydraulic cylinders to expand and support the trench. These can be used for bigger trenches 5 to 20 feet deep and up to 8 foot wide. And as you can see here, with these hydraulic cylinders, they are able to extend, and that is what gives them the extra reach to hold trenches back for up to 8 foot wide. 1926 Subpart P, App F, Selection of Protective Systems. When selecting the proper protective system, you must first see if your trench is required to have trench boxes or shoring devices. To determine this, it is required by law that any trench over 60 inches deep may be properly braced with trench boxes or sloped in a way to avoid cave-ins. And here are our sources.